First off, let me preface this with a very biased remark. I love Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, used to love Dragon Ball GT because that was all the Dragon Ball I could get after Z finished, and I love Super quite a bit. So to say that I'm a fan is a huge understatement. That being said, I've poured a little over 80 hours into this game, and I'm still not done. I'm at the point where, okay, spoilers. You might want to step out of the room for a few seconds while I say this. Cell has just achieved perfection. From what I understand, this goes all the way through the Z saga completely. So with all that knowledge out of the way, let's take a look at what makes this game good, bad, great, or trash. Number 1. Can I just state for the record, I never thought in my time on this earth that I would ever see an RPG in the Dragon Ball universe, let alone a good RPG. Let's start with what I like so far. That way when I review the game complete, the video will be much shorter than this one. So, let's start off with the graphics. Y'all know how I am about my graphics. Needless to say though, Unreal Engine truly is a magnificent tool that CyberConnect 2 has utilized to its almost, dare I say it, perfection. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. By today's standards, CyberConnect 2 is well known for its cel-shaded games. They've made some of my faves like the Dot Hack series or the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series where the cel shading really shines. They also worked on Azura's Wrath, which is an amazingly underrated game of quality and difficulty and substance. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's graphics are phenomenal. I was impressed with Dragon Ball FighterZ, but to see that amount of effort placed in the RPG based off a manga, based off an anime, is short of a miracle. Mainly because licensed games don't get that kind of love, for the most part, unless you find the right team. The shading is almost brushstroke-like in its execution and really brings life to the characters as well as the world itself. That brings me to number 2, the world. Damn, I was amazed with what you could do here, from fly to Chi-Chi's house to Kami's lookout, or just run on the ground simply because you like to see the super speed in action. I was particularly impressed with how lively the cities and villages are. They go the extra mile to throw a couple of original Dragon Ball characters in some of these that had me jumping off my chair screaming, "Oh my god, I remember him!" Or her, okay. There's all sorts of goodies, from secret caves with little trinkets that describe adventures of old to a ton of really cool cameos that I won't spoil for you in this video. Finding these little historical artifacts is a fun way to recap the original story as a sort of a reminder of what you've been through, both while you're playing as Goku and watching as an audience member. That reminds me, number 3, the story. So what's the story like in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you might ask? Well, it's exactly what it was in the manga as well as on the anime, with some slight changes here and there. For example, Goku now cares about his family. Yes, this includes Chi-Chi, who normally comes off as a shrill hag who likes to scream just to hear herself. But in the game, while she still retains some of that, she does so with reasons that are shown to us throughout the game. And there's a genuine sweetness between Chi-Chi and Goku that was never present in the anime.
ご飯のやつなかなか来ねえと思ったら。
んだ？今泊まってくるって連絡あった。うるまさんちはお金持ちだからな。きっとすごく美味しいもん食べさせてもらう。悟空さん、
羨ましいっちゃ羨ましいけど、オラには父の飯があっからな。やっぱオラ、父の飯が一番うめえと思うぞ。
そうだか？お世辞でも。
Leading me to believe that these two characters actually like, dare I say it, love one another. Which explains the kids! Yay! Finally! The game's story dives more into Goku's relationships with not just his family, but with his friends. Speaking of friends, everyone here serves a purpose, regardless of strength level, which is refreshing for this particular universe. Even though I haven't finished the game as of yet, I can confidently state that the changes made to the story were necessary and well executed. So far. Here we go. The meat and potatoes of a game. The gameplay. Playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a lot like a dance. I would say that CyberConnect 2 probably took some pages off of Dragon Ball FighterZ's book and utilized it here, as the fighting mechanics are similar, but that being said, there are some slight differences. For instance, playing as Piccolo, his combo setup makes you input his attacks in a slower fashion because he has a high strength, so his combos feel more technical based and precise. Speaking of precise, the controls themselves are super responsive. I have yet to encounter any kind of, I pushed that button, what the hell? Thankfully, I hate those moments. They take care to make every character you play as slightly different to remove any of the repetitiveness. It's safe to say that the game's handling and controls is an achievement in and of itself. You guys ready for dessert? Cause here comes the music. The music in this game is, as you would expect, a lot of original soundtracks are thrown in here from the Japanese version of the anime. Unfortunately though, I have yet to encounter any of the scores that were composed in the hard rock of the 90s. Yet. Maybe I'll get a Rock the Dragon for credits. Here's hoping. Now onto the things I don't like. There isn't much on this list save for the difficulty spikes. There's instances in this game where you would think that you are more than capable of handling certain battles, but then the game smacks you in the face and says, "No, bad player, take this!" And you drop your controller and ask yourself what the hell just happened. A good example of this would be when you're fighting Vegeta's ego.
This place. This is the wasteland where I first fought Kakarot. Which means... But how? I'm fighting myself? What the hell? Consider yourself lucky. A super elite like myself, wasting his time playing with scum like you. You're about to learn the hard way that effort alone isn't enough to reach my level. Get stronger. I will go beyond.
I had to stop recording because I was stuck there for so long. I fought him literally 13 times, and when I finally won, it felt like a bitter, sour victory. I didn't feel rewarded at all. I was just content and relieved. I got through it, and finally I could move on to the next plot point. Now, me as a gamer, I hate that word, but as a player, I don't like to feel that way when it comes to boss battles, or random battles, period. That being said though, all in all, this game has left me with more positives to say than negatives. So rejoice, world! For we have finally gotten a good RPG Dragon Ball game on all platforms. I give this 7 Dragon Balls.
I shall grant one wish, anything that is within my power. State your wish.
And my wish is to please stop kicking my ass when I least expect it. Thank you guys at CyberConnect 2 for taking pride in your work, because as a huge fan of the series, your efforts are noticed and appreciated. So these were just my thoughts on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. What were your thoughts? Have you beaten the game? What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z episode? Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. And as always, play like it's your last day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Rock Plays. Peace out, guys.